Hello, my name is Zach Renetzer. I'm currently applying to be a database administrator at your company, and I wanted to give you a demonstration of some of the projects I've worked on and give you a little bit of insight into the knowledge that I've gained in the past couple of years as a database administrator at East Bay and in school, of course. Uh, we'll begin with a quick overview of a normalized database I have created. Uh, and then take a look at a related SSIS package that uses said data. Then we'll move on to a business intelligence report I created through Power BI. And in the end, we will review a Google Cloud server that I have created for this event. Let's step right into the SQL Server then. All right, to begin with, we're going to be looking at this database, or rather the important table structure that I've created for this presentation. Now, this database has been created for the intent of tracking food inspections in New York City. So it's fairly straightforward as far as its design. You have the results of an inspection, whether it was a critical, the grade it got, the violations detail and code, all descending from the inspection detail table, which is just the conglomeration table of all of the important, well, not important, but baseline branching stuff, such as the action that was taken again during this inspection, the business, the cuisine they serve, and the address in the borough. This all came from a single government file that we will be from now on referring it as the RAWs, which was mostly extremely unstructured data. We'll see that in a moment. But for now, let's move on over to the SSIS package. Okay, so this is one of the SSIS packages that was created to go along with the database here. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty straightforward control flow here. It takes from the raw data that I had mentioned previously. Hold on one sec while that loads. Right, this would be the raw data. As you can see, there is a very, very wide description, source table here that needed to be broken down. This one we're just using from the raws themselves, as it was determined to be a little bit better for the inserting process into the database I had just covered. So basically what this stored procedure does, it groups by the zip code and then adds all the scores together and then counts how many scores were recorded for each zip code. Gets the average of the total scores by the count of the scores. So that just gets the average score in a certain zip code. Counts the rows before the split. And then it splits out any zip code that's under 11,000. And if that zip code is it's over 11,000, it orders the zip code so it's ascending and then places it into the database. And here's the result of that data put into the SSIS schema under scores by zip code, under that same food inspection database. And there's the zip code, the total score, total checked, and the average score for that zip code. Continuing on, this is a Power BI report that I have made involving some industry sales figures for every state. So you will be able to, with this report, easily look at what industries are popular in which states. So, for instance, you can click over here, California. So we can see here for the state of California that a major industry would be packaging and manufacturing components and hardware and metals. And we can all see that the majority of money is made through direct purchasing instead of indirect or logistics or something not mentioned. Therefore, and there are about 270 firms already in that. Well, 281. So that is and this is the amount of items created for that state. Finally, let's do a brief overview of that Chrome, that Google Cloud. So this is a Google Cloud server that I have created and modified to work in that with that food inspections database through MySQL coding. You can see the raw scripts here and the MySQL fact tables over here. These have been a little modified to only accept in DIM address or location-specific data. And here we have some fairly simple test big queries for that data. And as you can see here, it's getting the number of violations per cuisine. Now let's step back out and I'll finish this for you. This is the end of the demonstration. I thank you for listening through this, and if you do need to get in contact with me, you can use either the email or the phone number that I have provided you with on my resume. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time during the day, as I am always going to be available. Thank you very much.